we're here. We know we're interested in raising our voices and amplifying the truth in the middle of this coup that we're all experiencing, right? We're here to protect our speech. We're here to protect the people that have been standing up for us, that have been out on the front lines, making sure that our electeds know, that more criminals all over the globe know, that we need to love and protect each other, right? We want to make sure that y'all are deputized, that you know you can turn your own volume up in the interest of protecting your own rights and the rights of others. Because when you only care about your rights, that's the fastest way to lose them. We know that we are part of a beloved community of struggle. There are over 50 organizations and coalitions represented here. We're in a constellation of movement builders, protectors, and imaginators. I know that doesn't sound like a real word, but it is, because we're in an imagination battle. We together are going to build something so irresistible that these cowards and criminals who are imprisoning and abducting our people will have no choice but to stand down in the face of the reality we know is possible. In a reality where Palestine is free, our political prisoners are free, and our community members know that if they raise up their voices to protect us, that we will in turn protect them. Yes? So let me know. Talk to me. Why are you here today? Freedom of speech, turn it up. We heard from Mahmoud Khalil. Say his name. Mahmoud Khalil. One more time. Mahmoud Khalil. Say his name. Mahmoud Khalil. Say his name. Mahmoud Khalil. Say his name. Mahmoud Khalil. That's right. Clearly, because our country has not just been sliding, I hate to break it to you. If you're seeing this for the first time, it's because you're waking up to a reality that we've been facing down forever, for decades. But we're looking dead straight into the eye of right-wing authoritarianism, fascism. It's here. It's been here, it's getting worse, and it's getting uncovered, yes? And this regime is hell-bent on retribution. Okay, we know that to be true. And what we're seeing now is a very dangerous precedent, which many people, students in Philadelphia and across the country, all over the globe, advocates for Palestinian liberation all over the globe, have been the canary in the coal mine on this issue, letting us know that what happens, what is visited on the people of Palestine and the people who speak up for Palestinian liberation will come to find us, that all foreign policy is eventual domestic policy. And now what's happening is community members in the United States are being abducted, are being kidnapped, are being wrested from the arms of their beloveds, are being detained, having their documentation destroyed, absconded, thousands of miles away from their home to undisclosed locations. Shame, yeah, that's right. And the thing is, we can talk about perfect victims, we can talk about how good and how kind these people are, we can talk about how much they contribute to their communities, but there is no qualifier necessary to protect any individual in these streets from being disappeared and absconded. However they choose to fight for themselves and their beloveds and for the future that they belong to, they deserve protection, the opportunity to speak up, that their speech needs to be protected. And so when our citizens, our communities, our comrades, and complete strangers are under attack, what do? When communities are under attack, what do? When Mahmoud is under attack, what do? When free speech is under attack, what do? Say, what do? Say, what do? Free speech is non-negotiable. Say it to me. Free speech is what? Non-negotiable. It's what? Non-negotiable. We're not asking. We're not asking. Free speech is non-negotiable for all. This right is not conditional. And there's nothing that makes it conditional for you. Your immigration status doesn't take away your right to free speech. Yeah, go ahead and clap for that. Once again, there is no qualifier for care, for dignity, for protection, for safety. Especially when you're committing yourself to protecting others and amplifying the safety of others. Make some noise. Right now, this regime is setting an incredibly dangerous precedent. So it's going to take all of us all together to let them know that we will not abide it. That's right. To let them know that we understand when you come for one of us, you come for all of us. And if you come for all of us, you go get all of us. Shout out to our students on the front lines. The student intifada. Shout out for our movement elders out here who have been leading the way for decades on decades. Shout out to our electeds who know that the thing to do is not play it safe or be quiet or put their hands in the air, but their responsibility is to go to work for the people who put them there, who are rolling up their sleeves. We know that free speech cannot and must not become grounds for punishment, for punitive action, become grounds for deportation. And protesting genocide is not a crime. But our interest today is to rally around each other, to line up with and for each other, to make all of our voices heard in the interest of protecting our speech, protecting our students, protecting our peers, our elders, and all of our communities. To say, free Mahmoud Khalil, free them all, or face our wrath. No one should be punished, no one should be harassed, no one should be intimidated, and no one should face state repression for speaking out. And so at every level, we're going to stand with and for each other in the interest of advocating for a world where all of us get to speak up when it's time to speak up. It's our collective responsibility to protect each other. It's our collective responsibility to act for each other. So we're going to hear from an incredible lineup of speakers who are here right now to let you know what they're doing with you, what they're doing for you, and what we can all do in collective action to make sure that we protect not only Mahmoud Khalil, right, but every single person who has risked their life and livelihood in the interest of making the world freer for each and every one of us. Oh yeah. Everybody ready for a little song? Yeah! Y'all, we're in an imagination battle. You gotta stay creative. Every song's a sing-along, so we're gonna start getting in the good body. You ready? Take a deep breath in. Let it out. You got some incredible folks here about to sing for you.
Hey everybody, I'm Batya.
I'm Jay.
And we're gonna sing a song. We're gonna lead a song when we invite you all to sing with us. This song came through the day after Trump was elected in 2016. And it's a song that is about remembering our agency. Remembering that we have power and support here. Our communities that are holding us, our ancestors, and all of spirit, however you connect to the interconnection of all beyond ourselves supporting us. So I'm gonna just teach you one word, okay? Repeat after me. Rise, try that. Rise. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna sing, and if you just have that, strong and sing it. Yeah, you got it. All right. We rise, humbly hearted, rise, won't be divided, rise, with spirit to guide us, rise, in hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here in hope, in prayer. We're right here in hope, in prayer. We find ourselves here in hope, in prayer. We're right here and we rise. All of the children rise. elders with wisdom, rise. Ancestors surround us, rise. In hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here. In hope, in prayer, we're right here. In hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here. In hope, in prayer, we're right here, and we rise up from the wreckage. Rise with tears and with courage. Rise fighting for life. We rise.
Singing together is the easy part. But turning our volume up when you've got something that's hard to say, when you expect someone to push back, right? That's why we practice this way together. We do the easy part together so we can do the hard part together, yes? Yes! I love when it takes a minute to reach way back there. That's how we know that this crowd is continuing to grow. Exactly. We're going to hear from another beloved comrade. Ahmad Almallah is here to recite a poem for us.
All right, thank you. Thank you all for coming out. I'm going to read a poem, but before I became a poet, I was first a Palestinian. I was born in Palestine, and I came to this country, and now I am a naturalized citizen here. And if the message is for Palestinians to be scared, if abducting Mahmoud is supposed to scare us, we say to that, there's no way.
No way!
No way, yeah.
No way!
We Palestinians have been fighting against oppression for 77 years. We are a people who have a right and a just cause.
That's right.
You got it. Y'all better clap for that. Turn up!
Yeah. You will not intimidate us. You will not silence us. We have been at this and doing this for as long as we know life, and we will continue to do that. And this vile assault on Mahmoud Khalil's First Amendment right is an assault on us all.
That's right. That's right.
It's an assault on all the values that this country should uphold and claims to uphold. And if they don't uphold these rights, we will fight for upholding them. Yet again, what's happening here is another proof of the persistence of the Palestinian exception. Palestinians are excluded from basic human rights, from freedom of speech, and from the right to protest the genocide Israel continues to perpetrate against them, not since October 7 of last year, for 77 years. Mahmoud Khalil and Nicolas O'Rourke now, must be released now. And if they're not, we will hit the streets every day. If the message is to scare us, There is no way you're going to scare us like this. We are here for Mahmoud, for Liqa, for as long as we need to be. This is a test case to see how far fascism can go in suppressing the truth and in silencing those who speak up against corruption and genocide complicity. Shame! So what do? We do what Palestinians have been doing for 77 years. We stand up and fight back. So what do? And what do? That's right. Let's also remember that all this is supposed to create a distraction from the horrors the Palestinians continue to endure in Gaza and the West Bank and in Palestine. We'll not back down. We'll not lose focus. We'll keep our eyes on Palestine and we'll protect our own, Mahmoud, Liqa, and whoever. We are there for you for as long as we need to be. Simply because there's this one fact that we all know is true. No one is free until Palestine is free. And I'll end with a poem I've been working on for some time. And because you is the object of love, you, yes, you my enemy, into whose enmity I was born, you are my always, and I am the never you have tried to master. You who knows well how to feed my world destruction. You look for me in every second, and I am your every time. You know that much about me, and every you in your world is me. Many eyes open, close in the dark, that you'll never master or capture. It is a piece of my body you've misplaced in your hiding. Am I the bone that eats at you because it was not enough for you to take my place? You repeat your massacres and you can't stop, because if you do, you'll never be the you that you are. And because you wished for it, it's not enough to say, I'll never get you. There's nothing to get, or is there? You tell me, you've mastered a language in pursuit of me. I commend you for it, and I condemn all your words. And because you wished for it, it is never fair to say and not say at all. You remain the object of love. And it's you that turns and twists my every gesture and returns my hate. Manifolds, rubble and dust, blood and bones. Every time you realize that survival is my victory. Thank you so much.
Up next, we're going to hear from Ahmed, who's the Executive Director of CARE Philadelphia. Come on up.
Hi everyone, Salam. I have a lot of commonalities with Mahmoud. I had to have a conversation with my wife like he did a few days before he was arrested. I am a green card holder in a public role, working for a Muslim civil rights organization. And now, because he's the test case, I'm wondering whether he's able to fast in ICE custody. I'm wondering how his wife is doing, how his pregnancy is going. And I worry and wonder what will come next. For me, for those around us, for the most protected one that we assume to be. Now we know, and we should be clear-eyed, that ICE's injustice didn't start yesterday or with Mahmoud.
Come on.
It didn't start with this administration. And we need to be clear-eyed to stand with one another.
That's right. That's
We see
right.
many people here, many organizations, they put aside some of their differences and came together to stand for the Constitution. And we'll continue that fight, and we'll make sure that we are going to hold all those who choose silence at this critical moment for our country's silence. Thank you.
Our next speaker is State Senator Nikil Saval, the 1st District, that covers from East Passion to Fishtown to Lower Kensington to Graduate Hospital to Port Richmond. Senator Saval has stood with working class Philadelphians since his early days and is now representing us at the state capitol. Give it up for Nikil Saval, y'all.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When working people are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Palestinians are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Nikil Saval. It is my honor to represent the people, communities, and lands in the Pennsylvania's 1st Senatorial District, People's Republic, the 1st Senatorial District, which we are in right now. I am grateful to each and every one of you who came out tonight to stand together in solidarity. I'm so grateful for this crowd. I'm grateful for my friends, for my colleagues in government here, for my advocates. But I am heartbroken and furious for the reason. This administration's abduction, kidnapping of a young man who called for an end to the unfathomable violence against Palestine and against his people. The denial of Mahmoud Khalil's voice and his freedom, the violation of his rights and liberties as a permanent resident of our country are why we are here today. And so I want to quote from him and add his words to his face. Mahmoud said, "As a Palestinian student, I believe that the liberation of the Palestinian people and the Jewish people are intertwined and go hand by hand, and you cannot achieve one without the other." Our movement is a movement for social justice and freedom and equality for everyone. Free Mahmoud Khalil! Free Mahmoud Khalil! We all have a right to speak, to dissent, to call out injustice, and to stand together in the service of a better world. Free speech is a right fundamental to democracy, and it is a bedrock of the struggles that have allowed everyday people to actualize core freedoms and liberties in this country. From demanding an end to that evil war in Vietnam, to the struggle for civil rights and black liberation, to winning a 5-day work week and workers' rights. None of this would have been possible without association, assembly, the right to speech. If we lose this fundamental right for a moment, we know that the consequences are dire. Mahmoud Khalil's abduction and treatment is an outrage. Not only because it is illegal, but because it is political and punishing in its purpose. It precedes this administration, as we've heard. It is only the beginning of the authoritarianism, violence, and wholesale destruction that this administration has promised. If they could detain and attempt to deport Mahmoud for protesting, they could come for anyone. This weekend we saw further horrors unfold, hundreds of people deported against court orders. The deportation of Dr. Rasha Alawiya, a kidney transplant doctor from Lebanon, forced to leave behind her patients, her community, her life in this country. The detention of electrical engineer Fabian Schmidt, a green card holder, violently attacked in the process. Shame! 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 All at the same time that this administration is escalating their attacks on student protesters, on higher education, federal workers, our LGBTQ community, and anyone who expresses disagreement with their agenda. And they are targeting us with vitriol, with intention, seeking out groups whose political stances are counter to theirs, whose immigration status can be called into question, or whose identity can be wielded to evoke prejudice. I wish I could say that this is not part of American history, but we know that it is continuous with the darkest parts of our history. This is the stuff of the McCarthy era, the Japanese internment camps, and war crimes on U.S. soil. I call out the members of the U.S. House and U.S. Senate who are complicit in this march towards authoritarianism, and who should be ashamed. I call on my colleagues in Pennsylvania to speak out against Mahmoud's deportation and to oppose the use of detention as a political weapon. Free Mahmoud Khalil. This administration is using Mahmoud Khalil's life, his wife's life, his future child's life to test us. They are wielding what they believe divides Americans in order to distract us as they try to acclimate us to their constraints, to their version of freedoms, and to the revocations of our rights. Are we going to take it? No! Are we going to take it? No! We must stand together and show them we see through this attempt. We must demand the return of Mahmoud Khalil. To fight for the rights of all people in our country to be protected without exception. Free Mahmoud Khalil. Let us take this energy and put it where it's needed. I know many of you have been calling your elected officials, demanding they protect free speech for all, for Mahmoud and for everyone who lives in this country. But it may take more. And we should be prepared to do more. We should continue to show up, to fight, to demand what we deserve. And if we don't get it, we have to be prepared to. If we don't get it, we are going to fight, because I know that when we fight, thank you. Solidarity.
Next up, we're going to be hearing from Lisa Harper, founder of Freedom Road and author of The Very Good Gospel and Fortune, How Race Broke My Family and World and How to Repair It All. Give it up for Lisa Harper, y'all.
Good evening, beloveds. My name is Lisa Sharon Harper. I'm the founder of FreedomRoad.us, a consulting group. We're dedicated to shrinking the narrative gap. And tonight I joined the rally because I believe that dissent is sacred. 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 All right, very good. So look, all humanity is made in the image of God. I'm sure you've heard that somewhere. As such, all of us are created to exercise stewardship of the world, agency, choice, voice, protection of the world. Authoritarian governments limit all. They limit or they kill or they corrupt this capacity in their subjects. They suppress the vote. They kill the vote. They corrupt the vote. Democracies guarantee and protect citizens' rights to vote and to exercise voice. This right is the most basic right, most basic form of agency in the system of governance. The vote is voice. Voice is agency. Agency is our divine call and right. To be human is to be called and created with the capacity to shape and serve the world. Yes. So this is why democracy matters, because voice matters. Democracy matters because agency matters. If they take away our ability to raise our voices, then they are squashing the human spirit. That's right. The founders and reformers of our nation knew this, and that is why they established the very first amendment to our Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, hello somebody, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of what? Grievances. That's right. So I think of Mahmoud Khalil, a legal resident of the U.S., locked behind bars in a jail under threat of deportation. Why? Because he used his voice to declare that he and his people are created in the image of God, therefore worthy of equal protection under international law. Because he said no to genocide, he is now silenced. Mahmoud has the right to dissent. 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 Again. Mahmoud has the right to dissent. Mahmoud has the right to dissent. Mahmoud has the right to dissent. Now say it with me. Dissent is sacred. 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 Now, if this regime snatches Mahmoud's right to dissent, then they will have taken a hatchet to the First Amendment of our Constitution. Freedom of religion is at stake. Freedom of the press is at stake. Freedom of conscience is at stake. Freedom to assemble is at stake. And ultimately, the human spirit is at stake. So now how do we fight? How do we fight? Authoritarianism aims to fragment society by making us so afraid that we scatter and hide. That's right. Do not fear, beloveds. Do not fear. Do not fear, beloveds. As the psalmist says, where can I go from your spirit? Where can we go from the Spirit of God? They can take us to the depths and God is there, y'all. They can take us to behind bars and guess what? God is there, y'all. They can take us, they can ship us to the farthest country and guess what? God is there, y'all. And guess what? They can unalive us. And guess what? God is there, y'all. So what can they do to us? No thing. Nothing. So what do we have to fear? Nothing. We have nothing to fear. So we exercise sacred dissent by joining hands. Join your hands together right now. And refusing to let go. We exercise sacred dissent by showing up for each other. We exercise sacred dissent by sharing our burdens and our triumphs with each other. We push back against authoritarianism by sharing our stories with each other and becoming a part of each other's stories. It's hard to fragment people who know each other and trust each other and are committed to each other. So hold firm. Grab the hand of your neighbor and repeat after me a chant that I learned in Ferguson. It comes from the great poet Asada Shakur. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love and support one another. We must love and support one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have nothing to lose
support one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Amen.
Amen. What do we want? What do we want it? Right now, say, what do we want? What do we want it? Again, say, what do we want? Free Mahmoud, and when do we want it? Right now, say, what do we want? Free Mahmoud, and when do we want it? Right now, say, what do we want? Free Mahmoud, and when do we want it? Now, right now, if we don't get it, 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 shut it down. Said if we don't get it, shut it down. Said if we don't get it, shut it down. Make some noise, make some noise. Stay loud, stay strong, family. You're looking good out there, you're looking snuggly. We're gonna keep things moving. We're gonna invite Jay Bergen from New Sanctuary moving to the stage. Give it up for Jay.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do? When immigrants are under attack, what do we do? When Palestinians are under attack, what do we do? When queer people are under attack, what do we do? When all of us are under attack, what do we do? All right, it's cold out here. I want to invite everybody, we got too many preachers up here. I want to invite everybody to take 2 steps in. We're starting to thin out. You can take 2 steps in, get warm together. We need each other.
When are you snuggling? That's how you survive.
If you're still holding hands like Lisa asked you to do, keep holding hands. Keep your hands warm. My name is Jay Bergen. I'm the pastor at Germantown Mennonite Church. I'm a naturalized American citizen. And I'm also a member of New Sanctuary movement, a faith-based immigration justice group organizing across Philadelphia. And I want to say, as a pastor, as a follower of Jesus, I follow someone who believes in causing discomfort. Who believes in inflicting discomfort on the comfortable. So dissent is sacred, and inflicting discomfort on the comfortable is an act of prayer. It is an act of mercy. It is an act of faith. So we in New Sanctuary movement are working hard to inflict some sacred discomfort on the comfortable.
Come on, make some noise for that.
We're working in faith communities across the region to teach people their rights, because when you know your rights and you use your rights, ICE suddenly has to think twice. Come on! Yes. And we're training up allies across the region to take action, to show up in the streets. We're training people this week that if we see ICE in our neighborhoods, how to engage, how to disrupt, how to inflict some discomfort, so that wherever ICE goes in our city and our region, they know they are not welcome here. Whose city? Our city! Whose city? Our city! Whose city? Our city! Whose city? Our city! Thank you all.
I love that. Whose city?
Our city.
Whose city?
Our city.
Whose city?
Our city.
Whose city?
Our city.
We got no time for ICE in Philadelphia. You're not welcome, never have been, never will be. And the more we know, the more we can protect each other. The more we let those clowns embarrass themselves on someone else's time. Whoa, D.I.'s Philly. Come on. Aw, we're so clever too. Philadelphia, I love you. Everybody turn to the person next to you, say I love you. Say I see you, I love you, I got you. Say I got you. It's the most important part. It's not enough to talk about it in these streets. We need to be about it when ICE knocks on your door. When we disperse from this place, we need to protect each other the same way that we show up in love and ease here. We practice here because this is the easy part. But when we're in those streets, my friends, when we are separated, that's the hard place to practice these things. So do it here. Make it cute. Thank you. I'm serious about that. We are lucky in Philadelphia because, well, there are some elected officials in Philadelphia that have been clowning a little bit. that are fans of the Chiefs, and I'll talk about that later. But there are some, you know who you are, but there are some incredible, we are lucky in Philadelphia because we have elected officials in this city that recognize their political, their spiritual, their relational obligation of love for their community in their office, who are rolling up the sleeves, who are doing the work, who stay in the streets with us, who risk with us, who fight with us, who celebrate and grieve with us and rage with us and choose us. Because it's not every day. We've got politicians that are embarrassing themselves. People in this country who think that their freedom of speech is belittling, demeaning, and harming other people. There's plenty of clowns running their mouths all over this country that need to be told what's what, and they will, because we know we'll do it, right? But thankfully, we've got folks with us here in Philadelphia that say, I'm with you, I'm for you. And I bring your voice with me into my work every single day that I do it. So we say that as introduction to our city council member at large, Working Families Party member, Nicolas O'Rourke. Make some noise! Come on. Don't hurt him now, Nick. Don't hurt him now, Nick. Don't hurt him now, Nick.
Got a question. Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose city?
Our city!
Whose city?
Our city!
Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose city?
Our city!
Whose city?
Our city!
Philly to Palestine.
From Philly to Palestine!
Bombing children is a crime.
Bombing children is a crime!
From Philly to Palestine.
From Philly to Palestine!
Starving humans is a crime.
Starving humans is a crime!
Philly to Palestine.
Philly to Palestine!
All our struggles intertwine.
All our struggles intertwine!
From Philly to Palestine.
Philly to Palestine!
Say all our struggles intertwine.
All our struggles intertwine!
What do we want? Free Mahmoud. When do we want it?
Right now.
What do we want?
Free Mahmoud!
When do we want it?
Now!
Yo, my name is Nicolas O'Rourke. I'm a member at large of the Philadelphia City Council, and I'm glad to be with you today. I'm gonna follow the words on my paper so I don't get too out of hand. But I'm out here with y'all not just as a member of the city council, not just as an elected official, but as someone who is all too familiar with the organizing that this particular moment calls for. Someone who is all too familiar with marching, all too familiar with chanting, all too familiar with putting my body on the line for what I believe in, and I know I'm in good company out here this afternoon. Do I have a witness? Just like many of you, just like Mahmoud Khalil, the only difference between he and I, though, now, is a piece of paper. A piece of damn paper. I was born in the U.S., as Jay said, a naturalized citizen. Mahmoud was not. And because of that, he is being persecuted for doing the same thing that I have done, for doing the same thing that many of you have done, for doing the same thing that we're out here doing right now, exercising our constitutional right and our moral obligation to speak out against injustice and against genocide. Come on. Let's be real clear. What's happening to Mahmoud is a fundamental threat to the fabric of a democracy that they told us since childhood was ours inherently. I often say that voting is the last thing that we do in an actually fully functioning democracy. Between our moments in the voting booth, democracy looks like coming to city council meetings, going to Harrisburg, going to DC, knocking on your neighbor's doors, getting out into the streets. Democracy looks like standing right here, right now, demanding what's right when the government seems to be committed to what is wrong. silence up dissent, when they try to silence those who speak up, when they punish people for engaging in protest, that ain't democracy, that's fascism. And I am entirely uninterested in debating definition games about what is or what isn't technically fascism. We are seeing the revelation of the fascistic character of this country right now being exemplified just through this administration. But it ain't new.
It's not new. Nothing new. Come on.
If they succeed in doing this to Mahmoud, they will try it again. In fact, ICE already followed up, arresting more protest-involved students. They already followed up arresting doctors. But it won't stop with just campus-based organizers, y'all. They won't do it to just them. They're going to do it to us, too.
That's right.
So we speak his name. But this is not just about one man. This is about protecting the rights of every single person who dares to fight for a better world. This is about not asking permission, but assuming our right to exercise and stand on self-evident truths and hard-fought rights. Nobody asking permission for my rights. That's why we stand here today. And not ask, but demand that Mahmoud Khalil be freed. Free Mahmoud Khalil! That's why we stand here today and not ask, but demand that his deportation be stopped. That's why we stand here today and not ask, but demand that the federal government end this crackdown on dissent and free speech, because we're not interested in pretending that the dismissal of free speech looks anything like the democracy that we deserve, because a democracy that does not protect free speech is no democracy at all. Ben Franklin was a racist, but he was right. They asked him if what we got, he said, we got a republic if you can keep it. What we do right now demonstrates our commitment to keeping what we have had to fight for. And so before we leave here tonight, some of you may know I am not just a council member. Whether the people decide to give me another 4 years or not, whether they try to push me out or not, whether they spend all the APAC money on me or not, I don't care. If I got to get up out of here, I'm going to go back to the other institution that ordained and validated me first. That's the Church of the Lord Jesus Christ. Now, I'm not saying anybody else got to be Christian out here. I'm not asking you even to believe in God. But I'm telling you where I get my moral convictions from. What makes it real clear for me what is right and what is wrong, and where and when I need to stand up for that which is right. So I'm going to invite us into something real quick. I'm going to end this in a way that I don't normally do. I want tonight to ground ourselves in something that will anchor our spirits for the fight we're in right now. Y'all, can I ask to pray with y'all for a minute? Is that okay? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oblige me just for a second. We lift up God, Mahmoud Khalil, God of justice and mercy, God of righteousness and truth. We lift up his name and all who are persecuted for speaking truth. May you strengthen them, protect them, and remind them that they do not stand alone. And we pray that we ourselves may never, ever be silent in the face of injustice, never be too tired to fight for what is right, and never back down from the struggle for freedom. May we walk forward with faith. May we move together in power. And may we never lose sight and never stop fighting for the world that we are building with you. Give us the power to recognize, give us the understanding to recognize that from Philly to Palestine, all of our struggles are intertwined, and give us the courage to stand in solidarity with those who are oppressed, so that way we don't look up one day and find ourselves standing alone. May it be so, and so it is. Glory to God and power to people. God bless you, y'all. Keep standing for what is right. God bless you.
Let us spend that APAC money. Run it down. We know we're bringing Nick back. That's that. Oh, I love it when they lose. I love it when they lose. But I love it more when we win. And I believe that we will win. Are we going to win Philadelphia? Yeah! Go Birds. We win when other people lose. Let it be APAC. You know what I'm saying? Incredible. You can't deport a movement.
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 Say you can't deport a movement.
You can't deport a movement.
They might come for 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 or 10,000 or 10 million of us. But if each and every single person on this planet understands that they have a right to be, to live, to thrive, to trust, to grow old in a free, liberated world, we hang on to each other. They can't take shit from us. They can't take anything from us. I'm sorry, Sam. I didn't mean to curse. I can't help it. Fire it up, let it go. When we hang on to each other, choose each other, protect each other, stand with each other when it's inconvenient, stand with each other when you stand to lose something, then we stand to gain everything. We gotta risk for each other. We have to risk for each other. And every single person up here, they've got skin in the game. They've been risking. They do the work. They spend the time. And so we will learn with them. We will learn for them and through them. We're all we've got. Philadelphia knows better than anybody. We're all we've got. Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause... Say what? Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
One more!
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
That's it. We're about to hear from Cathryn Miller-Wilson. Cathryn's been a public service lawyer for 32 years, y'all. She's the executive director of HIAS Pennsylvania, an organization that supports low-income immigrants of all backgrounds as they build new lives in our communities. Y'all make some noise for the people on the ground. Make some noise for Cathryn Miller-Wilson, y'all. Come on, 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 let's go.
I'm very pleased and honored to be here tonight. I'm the executive director of HIAS Pennsylvania. HIAS stands for Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society, and it's a nod to our Jewish history. But since the 1970s, we've been helping people from all faiths and backgrounds. And the main reason I'm here is very simple: to give truth to the lie that deporting Mahmoud Khalil is good for the Jews. No, it's not. This is the last thing any Jew that I know would want in their name. And why is it the last thing? Because we were here before. The act that the president is using to detain Mahmoud Khalil is the 1952 McCarran Act. You know who McCarran was?
Yep.
A rabid anti-Semite who wrote that act to keep Holocaust survivors out of the United States. That Mahmoud Khalil was doing anything other than speaking out about what he believed in is a lie. Everything coming from this administration is a lie. And we need to speak out about it. Immigrants are no more rapists, cartel members, or terrorists than Mahmoud Khalil is. They are people that are part of our community. They're where my grandparents came from and your grandparents came from. So whatever you do, speak up when you hear the lies, because they're coming fast and furious. So I want you to do one thing for me today as a promise, a follow-up to today. Every time you see a headline with a lie, I want you to post it on social media. That's a lie. I know it's not true. I knew Mahmoud Khalil, and he didn't say anything like that. I know the rights in this country, and they are to speak out freely and not be stripped of immigration status. And speaking out is not something that hurts Jews.
Come on. We got it. Also something that needs to happen, and it's in my talking point, so I know, I tend to run my mouth, but this feels really important. Y'all, we have to ensure that the people who are most impacted are leading and shaping this fight. And we have to make sure that if you're out here, if one more person asks me to set up a Handmaid's Tale protest, I'm gonna scream. Because you don't need to look for a fictitious story about someone taking your rights. You don't need to imagine what it would be like, because your neighbors and your siblings and your students and the person working at the grocery store are living that right now. You don't have to wait. You don't even have to use your imagination. All you have to do is be a decent human being and exercise a simple form of empathy. It's happening now. You don't need a costume. You don't need a pageant. I love the pageant. You know me. Come on. But the reality is, all you have to do is look into the eyes of your neighbor to understand that this is real. You don't have to wait. And if you do need to wait for you to show up because you've got to wait till your rights are being taken away, it's already too late for y'all. We need to center the people that are experiencing this right now. And they don't need to be perfect. They don't need to be peaceful. They don't need to be peaceful to be protected. The angelic troublemakers might break something, frankly. My movement ancestors taught us that we have to risk. We have to be willing to risk to win it, with and for each other. And the people who are the icebreakers of those layers and layers of oppression and violence took it upon themselves to risk everything for us. So the least we can do as the beneficiaries of their struggle and sacrifice is show up for them and get a little loud. For the young people with the fire to lock down a building so that the people they've never met before can't be killed. That's the kind of courage we all wish we had. So live like you mean it and center their voices and experiences and do what you must to protect them. That's all. Justin Marshall's going to be up here with Prayer for Peace Alliance. Can we make some noise for Prayer for Peace? Make some noise! Turn up! Turn up! I know it's cold! I know it's cold! Jump it out if you need to. Hup! 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 That's it. Let's go, Justin!
I am representing Prayers for Peace Alliance. We are a hub of Jewish-Palestinian solidarity here in Philadelphia. And let me tell you, solidarity is what we all need right now. Because this authoritarian administration is taking advantage of the decades-long mainstreaming of anti-Palestinian racism in this country, which in the past year and a half has been accelerated to justify the anti-Palestinian foreign policy of multiple presidents. It is this racism that the Trump administration is counting on to push forward its anti-immigrant agenda. They want to convince us that the moment a Palestinian asserts the humanity of his own people, he becomes disposable and deportable. We must all commit to combating this dehumanization at the root, because yes, they are coming for a Palestinian first, but they will be coming for all their political opponents soon enough. Prayers for Peace Alliance, as a joint Palestinian-Jewish organization, will oppose any action the U.S. government takes that harms our communities, whether through its foreign policy or its actions in this country. And that means occupation, that means apartheid, that means ethnic cleansing, that means starvation. And there's one more aspect of this to highlight. In the social media post announcing Khalil's arrest, the White House wrote the words, "Shalom Mahmoud." Now think about this. Donald Trump has filled his administration with Christian supremacists. He has elevated Nazi saluting Elon Musk into a position of unchecked power. That's right, Perm was a few days ago. Let's hear some boos for Elon Musk.
And now appropriating shalom as a taunt is yet another example of this president's anti-Semitism. If you're looking for the anti-Semites, they are in the White House persecuting Mahmoud Khalil. They're running the old authoritarian playbook, divide and conquer. So we have to stand shoulder to shoulder and say, we will not be divided. We will not be divided.
We will not be divided.
We will not be conquered.
We will not be conquered.
Give it up for Justin Marshall, y'all. It's time to pass it off. I need y'all to make some noise for Jonny Rashid. Give it up.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose speech?
Our streets.
Whose speech?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose speech?
Our speech.
Whose speech?
Our speech.
What do we want? When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Free Mahmoud.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Free Mahmoud.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Free Mahmoud.
When do we want it?
Now.
I'm Jonny Rashid. I'm a child of Egyptian American immigrants. When my grandma lived with us, she held a green card. She was a permanent citizen, and she stayed with us until she died. The idea that someone could come and take her from us just because of who she was unthinkable then, and I am so sorry that it is common now. You might look at someone like me and some of the other presenters and think they're only going to come after people that look like us. They ain't just coming for us. If they come for us, they can come for you too. An assault on one of our civil liberties is an assault on all of us. And our liberation is tied up together. If one of us is oppressed, we're all oppressed. I'm also pastor for West Philadelphia Mennonite Fellowship and here with Mennonite Action Philly. Mennonites are simple people, peace-loving people. But we're here and we're angry. If you did so much to piss off a Mennonite, you really messed up. And we're angry about the assault on our civil liberties, on our free speech, angry about Christian Zionism, angry about Christian nationalism. And we're all in this together. You saw how diverse the speakers were. All across race and class. And we don't always agree about everything, but we agree about this and we're here together.
That's true.
Let me introduce Adrianna Torres-Garcia. They're the deputy director of the Free Migration Project, which works at the intersection of law and community organizing to promote freedom of movement as a basic human right.
¿Se puede o no se puede? ¿Se puede o no se puede? I'm going to speak in Spanish first, and then I'll speak in English. Soy Adrianna Torres-Garcia, boricua, subdirectora del Free Migration Project y en solidaridad inequívoca con la lucha en Palestina. Estamos aquí hoy porque el arresto y la amenaza de deportación a Mahmoud Khalil no es solamente un ataque contra él, sino contra todos nosotros. Esto se trata de más que un solo individuo, se trata de un gobierno que está utilizando el estatus migratorio como arma para silenciar la disidencia, castigar el activismo y desgarrar las comunidades. Así es el autoritarismo y no nos quedaremos de brazos cruzados. Hablemos claro, la ley que se está utilizando para justificar la detención de Mahmoud no fue más que una excusa. Cuando los agentes de ICE lo arrestaron, le dijeron que le revocarían la visa de estudiante. Probablemente no sabían que tenía la tarjeta de residencia permanente. Y una vez que lo supieron, no importó. Es lo mismo que cuando un policía detiene a conductores negros y latinos por una luz de freno fundida, cuando la razón verdadera es la discriminación racial. Eso se trata de control. La ley que se está utilizando contra Mahmoud tiene una larga y desagradable historia. fue escrita en 1952 para atacar a los judíos durante la era McCarthy. La misma ley que le prohibió a Michel Foucault y a Gabriel García Márquez y otros entrar a Estados Unidos por sus creencias políticas. En aquel momento, la reforma migratoria se enmarcó como el problema judío. Hoy, esa misma ley se utiliza en nombre del antisemitismo para silenciar las voces palestinas. Nunca debió existir y no tiene cabida en una sociedad libre. Mahmoud está en la mira porque el gobierno ya ha puesto a prueba sus capacidades para oprimir a diferentes grupos, empezando por los solicitantes de asilo, las personas con antecedentes penales y otras comunidades vulnerables. Sabemos que el complejo industrial penitenciario es racista y corrupto. También sabemos que una condena jamás debe significar el exilio permanente ni la pérdida de humanidad de una persona. Pero esto va más allá. Se trata de preparar el terreno para la represión masiva. El régimen no se detendrá aquí. Aquí van a perseguir después a los ciudadanos naturalizados, a los hijos de personas indocumentadas, a cualquier persona que desafíe los valores de este régimen. Ya lo hemos visto antes y no nos van a tomar por desprevenidos. Si permitimos que el gobierno decida que algunas personas tienen menos derechos que otras, todos corremos peligro. Y añado que la lucha por los derechos de los inmigrantes y la lucha de la liberación palestina siempre han ido mano a mano. Ambas luchas exponen los mismos sistemas de control, violencia y desplazamiento forzado. Así que sí, llamen a sus representantes. Sí, conozcan sus derechos cuando la migra toque la puerta, pero eso no será suficiente. Lo único que nos mantendrá salvos somos unos a los otros. El único poder mayor que suba al mismo es nuestra solidaridad. Y no vamos a ceder. Mahmoud libre, defendamos los derechos inmigrantes, defendamos la disidencia, luchemos unos por los otros, porque ninguno de nosotros es libre hasta que todos seamos libres.
¡Viva Palestina! ¡Viva, viva Palestina!
Hello, I'm Adrianna, Boricua, Deputy Director of Free Migration Project, and I'm in unequivocal solidarity with the struggle in Palestine. We're here today because the arrest and threatened deportation of Mahmoud Khalil is not just an attack on him, it's an attack on all of us. This is about more than one person. This is about a government that is weaponizing immigration status to silence dissent, punish activism, and tear communities apart. This is what authoritarianism looks like, and we will not stand by and let it happen. Let's be clear. The law being used to justify Mahmoud's detention was nothing more than an excuse. When ICE agents arrested him, they told him they were revoking his student visa. They most likely didn't know that he had a green card. And once they found out, it didn't matter. It's the same way black and brown drivers are stopped for a broken taillight, when the real reason is racial profiling. This was about control. The law being used against Mahmoud has a long and ugly history, as Cathryn said. It was written in 1952 to target Jewish people during the McCarthy era. The same law that banned Michel Foucault and Gabriel Garcia Marquez and others from entering the U.S. because of their political beliefs. Back then, immigration reform was framed as a Jewish problem. Today, that same law is being used in the name of anti-Semitism to silence Palestinian voices. It should have never existed, and it has no place in free society. No place! Mahmoud is being targeted because the government has already tested how far they can go. Starting with asylum seekers, people with criminal records, and other vulnerable communities. We know the prison industrial complex is racist and corrupt. We also know that a conviction should never mean permanent exile or the loss of humanity for anyone. But this goes even further. This is about setting the stage for mass repression. The regime will not stop here. Who will they come for next? Naturalized citizens, stripping them of their status so they can be deported? And who after that? U.S. citizens of children who have undocumented parents? And after that, journalists, judges, activists, anyone who challenges their power? We've seen it before, and we will not be caught unaware. If we allow the government to decide that some of us have fewer rights than others, we're all at risk. And let's be clear, the fight for immigration rights and the fight for Palestinian liberation have always gone hand in hand. Both struggles expose the same systems of control, violence, and forced displacement. So yes, call your representatives. Yes, know your rights when ICE comes knocking. But that alone won't be enough. The only thing that will keep us safe is each other. The only power greater than their fear-mongering is our solidarity. And we will not back down. Free Mahmoud, defend immigrant rights, defend dissent, fight for each other, because none of us are free until all of us are free. Thank you.
Deportation, not one more! Deportation, not one more! Deportation, not one more! Deportation, not one more! Deportation. How about el pueblo unido jamás será vencido? El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Make some noise, y'all.
What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want?
Free Mahmoud.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Free Mahmoud.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Free Mahmoud.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 I'm really jazzed to invite my brother Sam Kattab here. Sam Kattab is a Palestinian American. He's with Prayers for Peace Alliance. With Planet Action. And he's a long-term Philadelphia resident. He wants to share with you.
I don't know what to say, but it's cold, and every one of you stayed here this long. And I really appreciate that. But as a Palestinian, my parents came here in 1970, immigrated to this country. And as we grew up in this country, they always said, you can always speak your mind. You will not be punished. Speak freely, and you'll be all right. What's happened? We shed violence on the side, and we accepted that our voices have value. Now they want to shut us down. And the saddest thing about it is they're trying to pit us against our Jewish brothers. No, we refuse to allow anybody say that we're deporting because there's anti-Semitism. Do not use us as an excuse to carry out your racist bigotry and hatred. We demand that our rights be protected. And if the executive powers in this country don't want to do it, where's our Congress? Where's our judiciary? Where's our checks and balances that we were afforded? Where's our Constitution that protects us? What do we have left? Anarchy? No. We demand our rights. And our rights come with the ability to speak freely and to say the right things. Mahmoud Khalil, what did he do? He said, I don't want children to be killed. I don't want Gaza to be demolished. He didn't say, I want to go kill somebody. He said, stop the bombing, stop it. Cease fire. Is that so much? Every child, every soul, whether it's Jewish, whether it's Palestinian, whether it's American, whether it's Vietnamese, it doesn't matter. Life is precious, folks. We gotta protect it, and we have to stand up. Do not let your voices be silenced. Thank you.
Whose speech? Whose speech? Our speech. Whose speech? Our speech. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets.
We got Rabbi Linda Holtzman. You get a little more from me. She's here representing 3 organizations: Rabbis for Ceasefire, Jewish Voice for Peace, and the New Sanctuary Movement.
As a rabbi for ceasefire, as part of the Rabbinic Cabinet of Jewish Voice for Peace, I take Jewish tradition seriously, and I know, where are you, Sam? I know that what you said is exactly right. Exactly right. The First Amendment is at the heart of what it means to be a Jew. And if anyone is denied the right to speak freely, to speak up, to speak out, that's where anti-Semitism lies. Absolutely. The other day, someone asked me what was, for me, the thing that's happened of all the despicable things that the current administration is doing, what made me the most angry and the most sad. And it was clear. Watching ICE agents enter Mahmoud Khalil's house, take away his green card, drag him to a detention center in Louisiana, shame, leave his pregnant wife standing in the room of everything that's happened. That's what broke my heart. The lawlessness, the disregard for honesty, the total disregard for the rights of an immigrant, the deep racism on display, the thoughtless cruelty. That's all it is, thoughtless cruelty against the Palestinian because of who he is. And because he dared to stand up against injustice. It is the saddest thing I can imagine. Because the right to stand up and be here and speak our minds freely is at the heart of what it means to be an American. Absolutely. So we are obligated to stand with Mahmoud Khalil. Obligated. We don't have a choice. We are obligated. As a man of conviction and integrity, a man who knew that speaking out would have its risks, but also knew that speaking out in the face of injustice is the highest value. If the First Amendment does not apply to everyone in this country, our sacred traditions are being violated. Our highest ethical and moral values are being violated. Everything that we stand for, is being violated. So today my message is clear. First to Mahmoud Khalil. First, the Jewish community stands with you. All of us here tonight stand with you. We honor your work. We honor your courage. As a Palestinian, you are our brother. And as a man of honor and bravery, you are our inspiration. We will not forget you. We will stand with you until you are home where you belong. And a message to our government, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you violate the amendment that keeps all of us safe and that is at the heart of our country? How dare you let your racism and fear stand in the way of the values on which we are based? How dare you treat with such disrespect and disregard the central law on which this country stands? Mahmoud Khalil must be allowed to return to his home, to his wife. If his green card means nothing, if our laws are meaningless, we have no base to stand on. Tonight we demand of you, dear government, that you turn around and treat all people as human beings worthy of respect. We demand that right now you free Mahmoud Khalil. Mahmoud Khalil. Free Mahmoud Khalil. Free Mahmoud Khalil. Free Mahmoud Khalil. And to all of us who are standing here tonight, my message is clear: keep strong. Keep speaking out. We owe it to ourselves. We owe it to all who come to this country, knowing that its laws should matter to all that we believe in. We're here tonight for Mahmoud Khalil, and we're here tonight for freedom of speech. We will keep standing up until Mahmoud is free, and free speech is honored by all. Thank you.
What do we want? When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Free Mahmoud! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Free Mahmoud! When do we want it? Now! If we don't get it, shut it down! If we don't get it, shut it down! If we don't get it, shut it down!
Now I have the pleasure of announcing Mohan Seshadri from API PA. He's the executive director, which is the first ever statewide civil rights and political organization directly advocating for the needs of Asia Pacific Islanders in Pennsylvania, led by and for our communities. They advocated and protected Chinatown in Philadelphia from Beren corner at the heart of the city. Thank you.
Let's go! Thank you so much. My name is Mohan, and I'm the ED of API PA. I'm also well aware that I'm the last thing standing between you and getting warm, so... But just in the tradition of what we built here tonight, when free speech is under attack, what do we do? When free speech is under attack, what do we do? When Palestine is under attack, what do we do? When immigrants are under attack, what do we do? Thank you.
Let's go!
Our free speech is under attack. Our immigrant communities are under attack. But here in Philly, we protect each other. That's right. We saw that over and over again as our city came together to save Chinatown. That's right. And when the arena fight ended, we were clear on one thing, that we will keep showing up to protect one another.
That's the truth.
What happens right now defines the Trump presidency. What happens right now is a test of what we're willing to accept. What we accept today with Mahmoud Khalil is what we're willing to accept for immigrants. What we're willing to accept for refugees. What we're willing to accept for trans folks and survivors and workers. What happens right now is what we're willing to accept for our country and our rights. They are trying to deport an organizer like Mahmoud Khalil in an attempt to make us too afraid to stand up for one another. And when they start coming after more and more of our communities.
Speak on it.
But he had the courage to stand up to protect others. And so do we.
That's right!
And so do we. Like so many immigrant families, My parents and grandparents came to this country not just for a chance to make a living, but for a place to build a life. A place where our elected officials are accountable both to their constituents and to the Constitution. A place where the wealthy cannot strip mine government for all its spare parts and sell our land and resources off to the highest bidders. A place where families are not targeted and separated by their religion, their skin color, or their political preferences. A place where you can speak truth to power and get a fair hearing. Like many families, mine learned that this American dream isn't the story. But this is a moment where it's more important than ever to fight to make that story real. That's right. It's a moment for our movements to unite, not just to defend one activist or one neighborhood or one community, but to fight together for all of us. Like many of you, I've spent months now waiting for elected officials and political parties and institutions to draw a line in the sand, to show up and say, this is not truth, this is not justice, this is not the American way we've heard so much about, and we're not having it. And it's getting clear to me that if we're going to protect each other, if we're going to protect our neighbors and our communities, if we're going to fight for Philadelphians and our rights, and everyone else who is next on the chopping block if this injustice is allowed to stand. We're what we got and we're what we need. Say it with me, we're what we got, we're what we need. We're what we've got, we're what we need. We're what we've got, we're what we need. Find an organization, find a political home, find a way to get in the way. They're coming for all of us. It's going to take all of us together to stop them. But we live in a city that has transformed this country before.
That's right.
And we can do it again. Thank you so much. And free Mahmoud Khalil.
Free Mahmoud Khalil.
One more time. Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose speech?
Our speech.
Whose speech?
Our speech.
Thanks y'all for coming here, staying warm, being together. Thanks to all our speakers for what you shared.